So, I'm playing a custom match now. Decided to show people how to use a Berserker effectively. Basically, I have this little setup on police station when I'm on the side. So I'm positioning everyone very specifically. And if you notice, he's not on a square. Why is he not on a square? Swapping over to the opponent, just trying to listen in. Basically, with the Berserker, I kind of look at them as my surprise. I don't use them so much as a like tanky melee unit. I use them as sort of a entrance maker. You don't want them to be like your end-all and be-all unit. If you notice, he's pushing up pretty hard. I found this kind of interesting. Match right before I was playing with him, but he completely changed his stuff. I was quite surprised in the end. But basically, I moved the Berserker up right there. Okay, here I'm trying to get a vision on what's happening. But you put that Berserker in that one spot, and you just move him one space through the... Hey look, another Berserker. One space through the glass, and then you bull rush into the corner. And that will usually... I like how I landed that hit there. I didn't really expect anything. I was just hoping he'd move units to that side. But see, move him one space in, and you bull rush into that corner. And what surprised me is it doesn't do what it usually does. It has a very rare chance of not. But usually when you do this, it'll break all four of those walls in that corner. But it only ended up breaking the two, and I was kind of surprised. So move him up, so I'm going to finish off the soldier. And that's where this build comes from. You don't just make a Berserker and then throw units to support the Berserker. You use a Berserker as a battering ram, and then you get units that can use that surprise entrance effectively. So I have a Muton to give the Berserker some movement speed, because it is a good unit to displace enemy units. But then I have the Muton and the Medic actually there so that they can get shots in at units that try to flee from the Berserker. Shin showed a video on how to, you know, fight against a Berserker, and I ended up using that tactic to my advantage, because if they want to get away to shoot at Berserker, then he has a second Berserker. But if you want to get away, you have to go out into the open, away from cover, and shoot at him so he can't bull rush into your cover and damage you. You can end up keep shooting them and they won't be able to do anything back against you. Well, if you have a bunch of ranged units that are really good at taking out in the open units, then congratulations, you just weakened yourself. It uses that against itself, but at this moment I'm just kind of contemplating, like, I went in here to explain how to use Berserkers, and now there's 3 of them. Here I'm kind of surprised, because usually I end up bull rushing and it doesn't hit the side. I usually don't admit hitting the side. It might be because he went straight along the wall. I'm just contemplating my choices. I pretty much decided instantly that I'm going to pull out, because he's got 2 Berserkers. And see, this is how you deal with Berserkers when they're against you. Especially when they've only got Berserkers. Because they don't even have to worry about my method. I pretty much tabulated the points. That's 8k, the rookie with the LPR. It's probably a medic. take up 1900 points. I decided I'm going to try to focus down a target instead of spread out my hits. And as you can see, doing that ends up pretty much winning me the match. Choosing to focus down 2 beefy targets leaves him just with one beefy target. And then he's got nothing left. He's just outmanned, outgunned at this point as well. I'm kind of wondering what he's gonna do. I expected him to, like, try to kill my sector or something, but no. He, I think, attempts to go behind the cover and block vision or something. But that doesn't work out for him. I was contemplating if I'd be able to move back and still have vision on him. So I was thinking, but then you actually check, you see my vision goes way farther into the building. So I should be fine for a couple more spaces. I don't even try to heal this guy because there's just no way he'll be damaged at all from the Berserker. And then, for whatever reason, they're like intimidate where they run forward. It only works half the time. So you don't really ever have to plan for them moving up. You should, obviously, but a lot of times they just won't move. For a while I thought, like, if there wasn't a direct path they wouldn't do it, and that might be true, but occasionally they'll just be out in the open and they won't move. Now once again he's like, and then this surprised me. He goes up onto the 2nd floor, which is really smart on his part, but I almost instantly thought of an idea how to deal with him on the 2nd floor. And I didn't even end up having to use it. So here, I'm just placing him in my little sectoid as a scout. You can't bull rush him because he doesn't have any things near him. First it was like, oh, I see him, and then it's just like, nope, it's that guy. Ends up coming down, jumping off, and I don't know what he was doing. Like, I guess he thought he'd be able to bull rush something. But then he's like, but he's not in cover. And he just moves him next to him. No, I didn't expect this to kill him, but I expected to do more than 2 damage. At this point, I thought I'd be able to move him up further and get an easy grenade kill. I wasn't sure if this would hit, but since it said friendly fire, I was pretty sure it would end up hitting the Bezerker. So, ta-da! I still can't believe 2 Berserkers.